We are now 30 days into the transfer market and still absolutely no signings. It's not giving me a lot of confidence that we're going to actually sign anyone, but there are a few reports that are coming out right now, especially surrounding Ollie Watkins. Apparently, Arsenal have made an increased bid of 70 million. For a player like Ollie Watkins, 70 million. I mean, he's 29 years old. I don't even think he's worth 60 million at that kind of age. But with Al Nassr getting their player from Aston Villa, I can't see any way that Aston Villa let go of Ollie Watkins. I just can't see it happening. It wouldn't add up to me. It wouldn't make sense. They're gonna want to hold on to him for as long as possible. Um, Also in news, Matthias Tel. Apparently, Tottenham are leading the race for Matthias Tel. That's definitely interesting news. Matthias Tel. Um, he's a great football player right now who wants to leave Bayern Munich. I'm curious to see how he would perform in the Premier League, but I'm also curious to see where he would go. Would Tottenham ultimately get him? Would Arsenal manage to get a result in, or perhaps even Man United? But again, you sit here and you think, with a club like Arsenal, we're meant to have this massive pull, um, especially in a transfer window, but it doesn't feel like we really do anymore. Or if we do, it doesn't feel like we really use it to our full advantage. If anything, it's starting to feel like we're kind of just playing around with maybes, if, buts, possiblies. This is not good enough. And I know it's a January transfer window. I know it's not as simple as just saying, I want that player, Gim. It's not that simple, but still, we're in absolute crisis right now. You look at our front squad, our attackers. We've only got 4 players, and if one of those players gets injured, especially if it's Kai Havertz, if Kai Havertz gets injured, we are in deep trouble. Losing Bukayo Saka and losing Gabriel Jesus has been absolutely detrimental to us. And if we get one more injury, we may even end up losing our attacking prowess, which, yes, admittedly, we don't have a lot of firepower up there, but looking at it, we've still got a few bodies up there, and if we lose another body, we may have to alter our entire formation. It feels like we should have predicted this, though, in a way, and you look back at other transfer windows, and you say, like, well, why didn't we get the job done there? You look at our summer transfer business. We signed Calafiori, and we signed Mikel Mourinho. We got rid of Smith Rowe. We got rid of Eddie Nketiah. We also loaned out Reece Nelson, and we loaned in Raheem Sterling. I can't. I'll never understand that, loaning out Reece Nelson for Raheem Sterling. It seemed like we just made a situation for ourselves that we didn't need. Realistically, we should have been spending that time looking for another attacking option. Even if we didn't get it in the summer, we should have been able to look at that player and say that's the player we want. So why didn't we? And you look at Edu, you look at how he left. He made this big promise, you won't be disappointed by the end. I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one here who's disappointed by it then. But the way he left, and all the rumours that go around about Arteta, apparently he wanted more control. He wanted to have control over Edu's job, and Edu didn't like it. That's just the rumors that you hear, anyways. But seeing him leave the way he did, it's definitely gonna bring up some questions. But we also need to look at our other targets as well, at least targets that we've had um, previously in transfer windows. You can look at characters like Alexander Isak, Victor Gyökeres, Victor Osimhen, who's been coming up as of recently. What happens to them? Are we still looking at them? Maybe? Are we still looking at a kind of Gyökeres and Isak? And what does that mean then for our pursuit of Ollie Watkins? I'm curious to see, definitely, who we're going to get. So if you have any theories, any ideas, if we do get someone, please let me know down in the comments. But the way I see it, this is typical Arsenal business. I've seen this before. We've all seen it. We don't do much in the January transfer window. And even though we're in absolute crisis mode right now, we're still struggling to get stuff over the line. All these talks about, again, Ollie Watkins and Victor Osimhen, Gyökeres, it's starting to feel like it's just talk now. It's just talk, just rumours. You hear it every day at this point. I don't feel this will be resolved until next summer, I don't think. By the start of next season, we can hope that maybe this was resolved. But again, I don't feel it will happen. And I know we've got a few more days. A few days into February, I believe, that we have to get something over the line. But it just doesn't feel like Arsenal getting anything over the line quickly and over with. Obviously, there's the whole Zubimendi thing that we've heard, and then suddenly no one's talked about again. But even that feels a little bit like just talk to me. It'd be a good bit of business for Arsenal if we did manage to get something like Zubimendi over the line quickly, because that would resolve our problem with Jorginho and Partey leaving. But even with Zubimendi coming in, we still need a few more signings, especially up front. We need to plug the gaps in this Arsenal squad. We need a striker. We need someone who's going to guarantee you goals. We need someone who's going to put in the goals that we're missing right now. Because Havertz is not going to do it. I've tried to support Havertz, and even still, I support Havertz as long as he wears that Arsenal shirt. But he's not going to be that guy who's going to find the net so often. And I've never seen a team who doesn't have a prolific goal scorer win the league. And that is the ultimate objective, to win the league. Maybe even get into the Champions League. And see if we can win that. But look, we don't have that guy right now. And that's what we're lacking, that's what we need. You can also talk about a better left wing as well, which I also think we need. I think you look at the left wings we have now. We have Trossard, who is good at scoring goals, but he doesn't have much of a work ethic compared to Martinelli. And Martinelli's work ethic, you can't deny it. He'll run up and down a pitch for you, but he seems to be quite predictable. He always seems to get right to the side of the box, and then he'll hold it for 3-4 seconds, and then try to go around the player. He never seems to try and cut in. He never tries to just play the direct football, to just get the ball in. If he can get in as well, great. Doesn't do that. And I think that left-hand side won't be so creative with Martinelli as our main left winger. But let me know what you think. Like and comment, subscribe, and I will see you later.